Hey folks, I'm just gonna hang out for a bit, get some work done. Um, Come and hang out. Oh, this is page number 1 out of 30-ish. I'm seeing that go wrong because I'm behind the label. There we go. Thank you for actually see me. Good morning, midnight, wherever you are. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, happy time zone. A little bit about me. I'm Mike Jimmy the Brand, creator of Life On Cora, CEO of Fairies and Ends, and this is for a comic series that already has 7 books in the series and plenty more coming. So yeah, we got plenty going on. I should be able to find all um, covers so far, all books so far. Let me see. Hmm, maybe not. I thought I had all comics. Oh well. Anyway, let's get inking. Got some work to do. I'm waiting for a reply on a commission, and that means that I can work on this instead. Let me see if I can get this a little neater. Something like that. So yeah, I'm just getting work done. So this is A3 size paper with Talon's basic Indian ink. It's really not that special. It's not an expensive setup. I mean, the paper I'm using is pretty expensive, obviously, but that's because it needs to hold a lot of ink. And I don't want it to crinkle on me too much. Other than that, it really is just a matter of a G pen tip on my dip pen. It doesn't really want to focus, does it? Yeah, it's not the greatest camera. I should just get another um, Logi C920, which is what I'm using for my face. But that is something for the future. It's not like I draw all that much. Well, I live stream traditional inks all that much anymore. I should again, because it's actually a very big part of all the things that I do. But I also know that I have a very um, inconvenient life schedule where my time to draw is sometimes 2 hours in the early morning, and that's it. Or even less, because I got other things to do as well. So that being said, yeah, yeah. This is the dick pen, by the way, because I know a lot of people are actually interested in what I use, and really, it's really basic. Like this setup won't cost you more than $10. Um, and what I like about it is that this tip is very um, God, words are a thing. Now they essentially have the same like ability to go very thin and very thick, depending on how much you press down. So they give little bit of a brush effect. But since I'm pretty heavy-handed, it's nice that I could put quite a lot of pressure on this and really push it to its limits, or be very nice about it and just get tiny dots and quite tiny fast lines. It's nice. Mhm. Hmm. Yeah, that's really the best I'm gonna have to get. I'm gonna get. On the other hand, you can pretty see what's going on pretty well. Oh, I may have to clean the lens. I don't know. Could be here for a good while. These pages. Well, I like to make them um, thorough. So my sketches are pretty easy going. Like, this is pretty basic, but that's because I translate most of what I want in the image in my inks. The point about my sketch is to get across that. Let's see, those birds are way off of. Yeah, I'm gonna draw those. And yes, I'm drawing over text bubbles because I find that I have a final lettering stage. So most of what you're seeing and where things are, they're not going to change all that much. But sometimes I do want to change things, and at some point, um, my colorist, because I didn't obscure, I didn't make them invisible. My colorist figured, oh, that's the final lettering, and did nothing under them. That was an issue. So that really ticked me off. But it's like I can understand the misunderstanding, and I'm not. I wasn't angry at her. It was like, oh, you know what? Well, yeah, work smarter, not harder. If it's not, if it's gonna be obscured, don't worry too much about perfect coloring there. But often I will actually just be like, yeah, move like the text bubbles around as a final cut, because if she adds something to the coloring, which I know she does, like she has a complete full, like she has her own hand on what it looks like in the end. Um, I generally only give direction. I don't give obligations. So um, unless there are very specific characters. So like that means that once I have this all inked and ready to go, I have to go and obscure all the lettering just to make sure that she won't be um, not coloring under it, which would be annoying. Yeah. I gotta figure the setup out. I'm looking forward to seeing the story come to life. I'm just under halfway through storyboarding, and it's looking good. And I start creating pages while I'm storyboarding because this is the easy part for me. I can do sketches, I can do inks, I can do coloring pretty well. It's not my biggest strong suit, but I can do it. Though for this series, I have a colorist because If you can have someone that really enhances the work that you're creating, hire them because they can do it. And it means that I have more time doing what I can do best, which is inking. All right. And we got just a little bit more on this panel. Got half the page left. So let me see if I can make a banner. I can. Hmm. There we go. Check out fairiesandands.com. We are back. All our books that we published so far are on there, as well as upcoming updates. You can sign up for our mailing list, meaning that you will never miss an update on our comics. Um, and as life is settling down for a little bit, I've got a few more weeks before I can tell you something very exciting. But until then, yeah, we got books. We got really cool books, and yeah, I'm still working on it, but you can place orders already, and I will ship them out essentially the same day. I am based in the Netherlands, so keep shipping in mind if you're from the United States or the United Kingdom. Nonetheless, we got high quality books, and I'm very, very proud to be able to host them and to say I published them. Nearly there. Now we're going to go into the rest of the page. There we go. That is one complete panel. Let me see if I can get it in whole for you guys. How's that? And the thing is, I could hold it like this, and, work pretty comfortably. But I think if I'm going to get further, you're going to see this. I'm not sure if you're too happy about that. And it's in my face right now with the other webcam. So I think we're going to keep it to the side. There we go. And I'm going to work from the right to the left. There's a very easy reason. I'm a lefty. You know what happens when I start on the left and I work to the right? A smudge. Because this ink doesn't dry immediately. In fact, it dries pretty slowly for modern inks. I know in the past there were way worse, way slower inks, but nonetheless. If you're interested in the Life On Cora series, by the way, check out fairysiness.com. And if you want to read some for free, over on tapas.io, if you look for Life On Cora, you will find the first 4 issues completely free there. We also have a volume available, which combines the first 5 issues together with a lot of world building material that we gathered over the years. Because this is a speculative biology series, as well as a pretty hard sci fi. Um, that being said, um, the stories are told through characters that are just having a day in their lives. So it really um, speaks to a lot of people. Like they come for the images, they come for the art, and they stay for the quality of the stories. And there are some really high quality stories already available for you. And literally each of these 7 books out so far is absolutely incredible. Um, if I say so myself, as the artist, but as someone who has to approve the writers as well, yeah, there's beautiful work there. There we go. Review. Sorry, guys. This all doesn't do too much to. Sorry if you can hear the washing machine, by the way. But I'm a grown man, and laundries need to happen. Was a little overkill. I'll fix that in a bit. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I coming up to an hour. Starting to feel the cramps. I don't have carpal tunnel, um, but I am an artist, so it's never too far away, sadly. However, uh, it's still a thing that I have to look out for. In fact, everyone needs to look out for because if you do a lot of repetitive motion with your hands, they're not liking that. And apologies for the centrifuge behind me. It's my laundry machine. It is what it is. Here we go. I love this line variation. It just makes my life so easy. I am not one for the fine liners. Oy, oy, oy. Well, one more panel to go. How about that? Let me see. This is about best I'm gonna be able to give you guys. If you have any questions, be sure to ask them. And once I'm done here, I'll probably start continue sketching on the second page because I really don't want to be storyboarding because it takes that much concentration out of me and do that while live streaming because I literally not get anything done. But sketching and getting a new page into the world, yeah, I can do that. So, as I have a ton of things to do today, I will probably be here for a couple more hours. 1 second. I think she called the wrong number, but just in case, I'm going to keep it on my lap. We're supposed to talk today. All right. I think that essentially makes a page. Mm, Yeah, I'm actually gonna get off. Sorry about that, but this may be important. Let me call this person back. Take care, guys. Thanks for hanging out. And let me zoom out so you can get the full page view. So, wait, here, good. So we have the top panel, and then we go down. And we have 4 more panels. So that's a little bit of progress, if I say so myself. If you want to see this page completely inked, ready to go, and with all the lettering in place and everything, so it's a proper work in progress, go over on my Patreon, where you get animation updates, artwork, comic pages, the whole shebang, everything that I'm working on, and you will be the first to see it. So check it out over there. And thank you very much for coming. And I'll see you next time I'm on. Check me out on Mondays over on the Indie Comics Network, where I work on Hang On Animation, where I create a pilot episode for my own series, Life On Cora, which the page is for as well. So yeah, check it out, and I'll see you guys next time.